two Trojans and the Beach Crowd from the middle, waiting to come right over the stadium. So we'll, unfortunately you can't see it on the webcast, we can see it from here. It looks absolutely great. See those old planes, here they come.
That's pretty cool, Simon.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, I can't get a picture. Oh, I got a little bit of one. It's cool. We got the rain coming down. We got the planes flying over. We got the hooligans excited. It's a fun scene. We got the players lining up. We got Chattanooga from left to right, and the Georgia Revolution from right to left. And it looks like Georgia's going to start with the ball today. So let's go ahead and go over those starting lineups once again. I'll go with the Chattanooga, I'm sorry, with the Georgia Revolution. We got number 5, Carl Ajeo. We got number 1, Bryce Billingsley. We got number 9, Stephen Bivens. We got number 4, Sam Choi. We got number 16, Derek Denton. Number 13, Noah Elam. Number 12, Marcel Francois. Number 21, Jelani Lamberg. We have number 20, Carlos Mendoza. Number 10, Keenan Minoy. We have number 17, Scott Redding. And rounding out for the Georgia Revolution, number 23, George Rodriguez, as we've gotten the game kicked off here. Good one, too, there.
Early break.
Oliveira in the box.
Shifting it back. Who's there? Oh, no one there to finish it off.
Simon, whenever you get a chance, we'll go over the CFC lineup.
Let's
with
see.
Another ball into the box.
No,
there's John Carrier right from the start. And that's the start we wanted from Chattanooga. Great ball across the box. That's the second or the third one in the first minute. And John Carrier's not going to miss with a great volley with his right foot there.
There's no time to give the lineup. John Carrier lashes the ball into the far corner. He's been waiting to get a goal all season, Carlos. So I talked to him in the tailgate. He was just really keen to get on the score sheet before the season ended. What a way to start, 1-0. We haven't even had a minute of play yet, Carlos. Amazing.
No, and that's great work from Leo de Schmidt on the left-hand side to put a quality ball. Not sure who it was darting across the near post. It was either Zeka or Oliveira. The second one goes right by him as well, straight to Carrier, who lashes him in the back.
Beautiful. 1-0 to CFC, and we are in the second minute of play. What a way to start the game. So no lack of confidence in the team there for sure. All right, so for CFC we got... starting from the front and the back, we got Zerka and Oliveira up front, Hernandez right behind him on his own in the middle. Then a back four, Carrier by Water, Aldo and Leo right there behind him, mascot Matt Aldrin and Leo de Schmidt. And then the back three, Jake Young, Strawny Hazchek, Jake Lever, and in goal, Paolo Pisa.
As we mentioned, it's a strong lineup. CFC's got to get points here in the playoff final push. They want to get in there, have any hope of getting in. We've got to have points from this game, and then the game against Carolina coming up. Yeah, that's good work there, I think, by Hernandez, getting the ball out of bounds. It's going to be a Georgia throw-in on the far side, right in front of the assistant referee.
Yeah, it looks like the rain's not dampened anybody's playing spirits, and everybody's really on fire for a goal tonight. See what the Revs have got if they want to come back and try and get an answer. Going for a shot. And charge down. Revs trying to come back again.
Good tackle. The referee signals for a throw-in Georgia's way. It was well done there by Zeka on this right-hand side to do his defensive duty. He does so well in attacking play, holding the ball up. Little flicks, little tricks, but he's also really, really solid defensively. That's an example right there.
He runs the whole length of the field and comes back. So the Revs are going to get the ball back into play. They've got a very patriotic strip on, Carlos, too, with the red and white shirts and the blue shorts.
Long ball into the box off the throw-in, flicked at the near post. Cleared away momentarily by CFC. And Oliveira trying to get in there all the way back to the Georgia
keeper's coming all the way out.
Right in front of the Chatta Hooligans. Couldn't quite keep that one in bounds. You see him gesturing to his forwards to come back and check back and get that ball at his feet. Carrier with the throw in. Hernandez keeping possession all the way to Uhaszczyk. This is Jake Lever, first time on the ball today. It's good to see him in the starting lineup. Usually Jordan Dunstan out there on that left-hand side. He sustained a little bit of an injury recently.
He did.
Carrier with it now, trying to find Zeka. Does well to nip in there. Combining with a little nutmeg. Carrier's going to look to get this one in the box.
Across.
Deflected and put away at the back post there. Really, really well done because I think de Schmidt was coming in there.
I think he was
trying
lurking
to get a volley.
right behind the defender. Yeah, as you said, we haven't got Jordan Dunstan tonight. He took a knock, and Jerry Whitehall, I talked to him up before the game, and he's going for an X-ray on his ankle tomorrow, so he's not going to be playing either.
Driven into the box off the corner, out to Oliveira, who strikes it with the right foot into a crowd. Cleared away by Georgia.
Oh, George unable to clear it, the ball trickles out for a throw. A lot of action tonight, Carlos. It's not holding back, are they? They are going fast and furious in the first 5 minutes.
I don't think Georgia has much to lose in this game.
I think you're right.
I think they've, like you mentioned in the pregame, had a rough season, and CFC may take out a little bit of frustration from the past couple games.
More than likely, but both teams are going to give us a good open game and both go for goals, and that's good. They aren't going to play defensively or tactically and just go for a draw or, something boring. They're both going to go for it. With CFC trying to, maintain the playoff place, and the Revolution, nothing to lose, enjoy the game, score some goals. So yeah, should be a very entertaining match indeed.
Aldred winning the ball in there, midfield off the goal kick. Push on Zeka, I believe it was. CFC free kick. Bywater. Good diagonal all the way out to Carrier. And this rain's going to make the playing surface a little bit slick.
It is. We had a very hard rain this morning for about an hour.
Good
and
turn
that
there
made
by
it
Carrier.
slick, and that should have dried off in the heat this afternoon, but now it'll be slick again. So we may see some slip-ups and some errors that lead to some goals. So again, lots to see tonight.
Yeah, I think looks like John Carrier's in a mood today, Simon. Every time he's getting the ball at his feet, something good's happening. He's got his head up. So look for him to have a standout game.
I think
he's had quite a quiet season.
He has. Quiet for John. He's usually very active. He's done a lot of assists, but no actual goals until just now. So, yeah, it's good to see him doing that.
Hernandez able to get turned there and trying to find Oliveira in the space, but Revolution defender did well to cut that one out. Oliveira trying to get back and just pulled the defender back there.
It's possible the large amount of pie he took in his face helped him score the goal. I don't know. It could be a link there.
It's possible. It's possible. And maybe it shook him up just a little bit.
It may be it, and that could be a new pre-match ritual to get a pie in the face.
Hey, whatever we got to do, Simon.
We need to be
scoring these goals.
You know how it is. Soccer's a crazy game, Carlos. Whatever it takes.
Going into the 7th minute here. See Georgia getting that ball up off that free kick and just kind of floated up there. Yeah.
Still can't clear it. Georgia trying to push through. Handball, I think.
Oh, and good save there by Palapita. Quick reaction.
Handball, yeah. I think that ball bounced up, hit the player on the arm. The referee played on. That was a good shot. That went right over the bar.
That was good reaction. I think he saw that one really, really late. Good fingertip save.
Definitely.
Georgia's going to have a corner kick from the far side. Looks like it's going to be left-footed. In swinging into the box. CFC's going to have to clear it. Penalty spot.
Runs out for a goal kick, but a well-placed corner. Referees? No. Referees calling for a corner. Despite the protests. I was pretty sure it came off a Georgia player, but...
Yeah, and you see John Carrier and the goalkeeper Palapita talking to the referee. John wouldn't have let that one go out of bounds if he wasn't sure.
Right.
So, interesting call by the ref. As we have it now, another Georgia corner. Rain has let up, but as we mentioned a couple minutes ago, conditions are difficult. Driven in, Palapita with a strong punch. Straight to a Georgia Revolution player, and well done there by Lever to win it out. Yes. Hernandez skipping away from the Georgia
CFC
Revolution.
breaking now. Here they go.
Zeka making a good run.
Zeka picking the ball up right across the box. Who's there?
Oh, and that was Kieran Bywater trying to get on the end of it, but cleared away by Georgia. As you mentioned, Simon, very open so far.
Man. Just required a touch in. Oh, a little bit of holding there on Matt Aldred. He won't enjoy that very much. Referee giving the foul.
And well done by Aldred there not to react. He did get pulled down a little bit awkwardly there.
It was.
You could see players reacting in moments like that. Good to see him keep his cool. Zeka with it here with a shot.
Keeper can't hold it, but gets it the second time.
Yeah, and those are those little bobbles that I think we're going to see here in this opening part of the match, with it being just a little bit wet, the surface being a little bit unpredictable.
Right.
You're going to look to see both teams taking shots from outside. Goalkeepers have to do really, really well to hold it.
They have to keep their gloves dry, and when the ball is slick and the surface is slick, it's a recipe for trouble, really, if you're a goalkeeper. Rain's still coming down. It's easing off.
Yeah.
Looks like it's going to come through pretty fast and the rain will stop, but just at the end of the shower now, people are starting to trickle back into the stadium to resume their seats.
And Simon, I think the referee has gotten a notification on his watch. There is lightning in the area. We're going to have to stop again for another 30 minutes. 9 minutes.
Kind of late on a work night, and it's not a holiday, of course, in Britain, but if you're there to say hello, I can't imagine why. I cannot imagine why. So, players are getting ready to go. But yeah, if you're watching on the stream, say hello. Let us know what you think of the game so far. Those exciting 9 minutes. And we'll bring you some more exciting soccer almost in the next few seconds, I hope.
That looks like the referee is going to perform a drop ball here right in front of the Georgia Revolution bench to get us started. Juan Hernandez coming back. I think he's just going to knock it back to the Revolution goalkeeper. And drop to John Carrier's feet.
And we're back underway.
Revolution starting out with some possession here at the beginning, or I guess at the resumption of this first half. We're about 10 minutes in. Good diagonal ball here.
Little bit strong, but a good idea.
Just a little bit too far for Stephen Bivens there. Georgia looking strong here, coming out of the locker room. It's going to be a real test to make sure that CFC can get back in rhythm. For both these teams, it's tough to get warmed up and then go back and get a little bit stiff and then have to come out and produce once again. It's Kieran Bywater with a good left-footed ball to Oliveira's feet, all the way out to Carrier, who was in a good mood.
Again.
Just doesn't quite get it right.
Yeah, quite right there.
And that's what I was talking about, Simon. I think he was in a really good flow in those first 9 minutes before the rain delay, and you see him coming out with the missed kick. Not quite sure he would have done that before the delay.
Probably not. He was everything was firing on all pistons before the first part of the game, so I have to see if they can resume that and pick up and get back to speed.
And two Georgia players collide there, going for the header. Ball bounces to Chattanooga. Hernandez with it. Good tackle by the Georgia Revolution player in midfield there.
Almost runs through for Hernandez, not quite, and the Revolution get it back.
Oliveira trying to
Everybody's
get the little dummy there.
A little rusty, aren't they, Carlos?
Yeah, I think we're going to have a couple minutes of this where it's just a little bit awkward. The playing surface is a little wet. Players just getting their feet back underneath them. I think the best thing either team could do here is just try and get it at their feet, try and get back on the ball and make sure that they're finding the rhythm. Jake Lever getting the ball back all the way to Peter there, and a little bit suspect.
Would it fall for Oliveira? Again, goes away, but he reads the bounce well and wins the throw for Chattanooga.
Jake Lever had to be sure they're getting that back pass right to Palapita. You never know when a mistake can happen. Just watching the Confederations Cup Championship the other day, Germany against Chile. That was a great match. Chile dominating the first 5-10 minutes. Then all of a sudden a mistake, 1-0, and Germany went on to win the game by that scoreline. So you never know. What a ball in there from De Schmidt again. That's Oliveira, I believe, getting on the end of it. And that's a couple balls in from De Schmidt. It's just been tantalizing.
He's been playing very well tonight, feeding the ball in, which he's been doing in other games too, but hasn't had the connection, or they've just been a little too strong or too weak, and tonight they seem to be on target.
Hernandez trying to find De Schmidt again, cut out by Georgia. Hernandez did good work to get the ball back, finding De Schmidt.
Chattanooga trying to break, here they go. That's a little too far ahead of the Schmet's feet there.
And Simon, I think we may have lost some of the fans in the shuffle there.
Right.
With the weather, but it's still a strong crowd.
It is a good crowd. As I said, a lot of people are on the concourse waiting around for this to resume, and they weren't going to go anywhere and be deprived of a game after 9 minutes. They wanted their money's worth, and most of them are back. So not quite as many, but still a good sizable crowd. And of course, the hooligans are making enough noise for 20,000 people on their own. So
Deschmet did well to keep that one in there.
Good tackle. Good tackle. Georgia slowing that one down. And referee's calling that one. It's like the ball went out of play.
That was a good tackle by number 21, Jelani Laneberg.
Yeah, but no, he called a foul. I'm not sure because the Schmet was right by the line, but he called a foul there. So.
Has checked with the win on the long ball there off the free kick. Hernandez battling in midfield. Georgia comes away with it. Trying to get through.
Peter Colstrip picks it up and says thank you, and the danger is averted.
Yeah, that's good communication there from the goalkeeper.
Right. Very important for the goalkeeper to do that and guide the team from the back.
You can see Jake Young looking for his goalkeeper and then shadowing it all the way back. Coming forward with it here, trying to find Zeka into the channel. I think that one's just going to be a little bit too much.
Zeka's fast, but he's not that fast.
Yeah, and there's that slickness on the top of the playing surface that we mentioned, Simon, that maybe in another game that might stay in for Zeka, but just a little bit too much, and Georgia's going to have a goal kick.
Right, well, Jake hit that with plenty of backspin, but the moisture on the field was going to let it slide away for sure. So back into play from the Georgia Revs. Deep at Chattanooga's half. Chattanooga winning the ball almost immediately. The flick onto Hernandez. Aldred pushed down from behind. He does not like that. And the referee, is he going to get a card for the... He's just going to give him a warning. So, but yeah, clear foul.
And I'm surprised the referee didn't have a word with the defender there.
I am too.
It's a little bit of tactical awareness there.
Right.
And you see Bywater talking to the referee, trying to get the player back. Full 10 yards. It's really easy to see here because of the football lines. They are faint, but it's
deep
easy
ball
to tell.
in. Aldred on the end of it.
And there's Zeka with a header.
Goal two.
Great ball in by Deschmet. Aldred on the back post, nodding it across the 6-yard box and Zeka finishing it with the header. Goalkeeper did all he could, but too much power on the header there.
Absolutely, the ball was loose in the box. Georgia didn't clear it, and Zeka was there to say thank you and knock it in the back of the net. 2-0 to Chattanooga FC.
After getting fouled in midfield, Matt Aldred with the assist there. He's been much more active offensively this year, I think.
He has.
Some problems.
Yep.
And it's good to see him get the reward.
Absolutely.
Zeka with a good finish.
Absolutely. I think Georgia might regret giving away that free kick when they didn't need to, and CFC capitalising on it and getting the second goal. So, yep, 2-0 Chattanooga FC. I think there's still some more goals this one, Carlos.
Yeah, I think you're right. Jake Lieber here with it. Into Bywater's feet. Back to Juhaszczyk. Good possession here. Finding Aldred. Carrier. Up.
Aldred getting nudged off the ball, but recovering again. He's obviously a target man for the Georgia midfield. They seem to know he's the danger man.
Yep.
And they're giving him a lot of pressure. Nothing he can't handle, but they obviously know to shut him down if they can and stop him manoeuvring and playing like he wants to.
Hernandez not able to turn, but able to find Deschmet, who just sends a laser across the field to Carrier, finding Aldo. Is able to turn, faces defender, just keeping possession back to Carrier. Bywater, back to Carrier.
Zeka through, trying to set Carrier running. Doesn't quite come off, but and that's out for a throw-in. Jake Young Then Carrier take the throw. Chattanooga looking very dangerous. Really got Georgia pinned back in their half.
It was a good touch around the corner there by Juanito.
They've
just couldn't quite find Zeca's feet. Oliveira did well there to nip in. Almost took it from the Georgia Revolution player there.
Yeah, Georgia just got the one striker up there. And they've got Bivens up here on the near side, but the rest of them was hanging back and trying to get control of the game back from Chattanooga. So we'll see if the Revs can get a break on. At the moment, it doesn't look too likely.
Another long ball by Jake Young.
I was going to say the same thing, Carlos. What he does so well. Yeah. It's a little strong. Drifting out for a goal kick to the Revs there. So we're in the 20th minute, 2-0 to Chattanooga FC, and a great game starting to unfold in front of us here.
And as mentioned earlier, Simon, there's some of those fireworks you promised off to our left. Everyone here in Finley enjoying it, singing, enjoying it, and Zeca pulled down there. It looked like good advantage played by the referee. Oliveira chasing it. I think that just nicked off Carrier there. It's going to be a Georgia throw-in. Aldred battling for it.
Chattanooga not giving Georgia much space on the ball, to be honest. They're closing them down when they get near it. There's a call they thought should have gone Chattanooga's way, but the referee's giving it to the Revolution.
And the referee's talking to both the Georgia and the Chattanooga player. It's Matt Aldred in there. He's always talking to the referee as the captain, trying to make sure that the game's going right. And I think the referee just having a word with both players there.
Yeah, I think the referee probably does know how the game works, but as we know, the players like to remind him some of the rules occasionally.
Absolutely. They got to ask for it, don't they, Simon? They got to ask.
Oh, well, you know, if you don't ask, you don't get.
Hernandez coming in, getting the ball there. Just wasn't enough space, I don't think. Hernandez, I know he likes the ball at his feet, but that's one where I think he just needs to stay a little bit higher and give his other midfielders a little bit more room to operate.
Revs trying to break Blivens across, but right across the goal. A little bit too long there, but try and get a move going.
That one maybe troubling Palapita just a little bit from the jump. But as it sailed wide, you could see him take a little bit of a sigh of relief. At first, it looked a little bit dangerous because it was one of those that was supposed to be a cross, but that kind of slices off the side of the foot and kind of goes towards that top corner. You never know what's going to happen, and I think CFC got a little lucky there after that throw-in. Pita putting the goal kick in here. Aldred with a good flick. Fouled in the end.
Referee's calling that one back. Needs to be taken at the spot where the foul occurred, not 10 yards ahead.
Yeah, there's usually a little bit of leeway in there, Simon.
Not that much.
It was a little bit too much. See Hernandez coming back to get it at his feet. That's one where there was a little bit more space.
Nice flick on. Oh, it didn't quite come off.
Yeah, Aldred trying to flick it around the corner there for Carrier. Didn't quite come off, but those are the spaces I think that Hernandez needs to check into when there's that space in front of him where he can come get the ball, maybe turn, or at least combine with one of the other midfielders on that throw, and I think it was a little bit too much. Yeah, I think the fourth official needs to help the referee here. It's that should be a Chattanooga Football Club throw-in. It was a strong, it was a strong
Choi
challenge.
got a knock there, didn't he? But he's trying to walk it off.
It was a strong challenge, and I think the referee's just given the Georgia throw-in instead of the foul there. But it was clearly off Choi.
Yep.
Carrier getting in there, knocking the ball away. Hernandez and Zeca pressuring immediately.
We're seeing them play in quite a small area, Carlos, in that place by the line here. And we've talked to the players before, and they're not quite aware how much space they have in the field. The ones that came up here and sat with us in the commentary box last week went, wait, there's all this space, and they aren't using it. So they do tend to focus the play in a small area. We see that quite a lot of this game, where it does go into a small area in large amounts of space, not really used as effectively as they could be. Zeka taken down there, but referee's given the foul. Looks like Zeka's okay. So the perspective they have down the field, you wonder why they stay in one corner or one area and don't try and use the whole field. They're just not really looking at it. They're not aware of it because they're so focused on the game. So it takes a player with a bit of focus and a bit of a wider view to look at the whole field and go, look where somebody is and use it. Another foul from the Revs. Oliveira. A little bit of a word going on here. Hello. That's going to kick off. And a red card.
Yeah, that's a red card for number 12.
Red card.
That's Marcel Francois for the Georgia Revolution, right in front of their bench, right in front of the Chattanooga, with a little bit of a rash decision there in front of the goalkeeper. Oliveira took exception, and now he's getting in front of the referee, doing some silly stuff. We got the referee reacting, telling him to get out of his face. Oliveira with a little bit of a shove in there as well. Surprised to see him not getting any action. At least a yellow card. Not sure what the Georgia player did there to cause the reaction. But you see the referee frustrated immediately, giving the red card. No question in his mind.
And the player has to leave the field of play, and he hasn't left yet. I think the red card there was for grabbing Oliveira around the throat, which you just can't do. So that was a pretty straightforward decision. And the referee talking to the Revolution and making sure the captain gets his players under control on the field.
And number 12
He's still not leaving the field, and he wants to talk to everybody about it.
Having a word.
And their mother, but they're not interested. He's got to leave the field of play before we can resume the game.
And I think the CFC players just need to walk away from him.
Definitely.
Don't need to incite the problem.
Yep.
Just let him leave the field.
And fans of the stadium waving goodbye to him as he makes that lonely walk back to the dressing room. So, first card of the game is a red one. Unusual, that.
Yeah, you don't usually see that. There was a couple awkward challenges here in the last couple minutes. It's been very start-stop. First 26 minutes of the game. Now you have the referee explaining to the Georgia Revolution coach, which, you know, I don't mind that there, making sure that the coach is aware of what's going on. And he's not really arguing. Again, the red card occurred right in front of his bench, so he must have seen it. Got the fourth official now coming over to ensure that there's no problems. But there's a little bit of argy-bargy in there, Simon, a little bit of nonsense, and you hate to see it. But as it stands, that's number 12 from the Georgia Revolution getting a red card.
Francois going off for the night.
Yep.
And leaves the Revolution having to play with 10 men for the next 65 minutes, which is not an easy place to come back from, especially when you're 2-0 down. So back in a play from Deschmet. Georgia clearing it out.
And I think we were all on the same page that there was going to be some goals tonight, but with Georgia down to 10 men, I think that might even more be the case tonight.
I think you will, because the legs get tired and Chattanooga look to cement their playoff place. They will be trying to go for the back of the net as much as they can do. So whatever you're doing tonight, even if it gets late, don't go away. Ooh, look at that. Carrier trying to repeat the shot again, and the ball looks like it's going wide and bananas in just past the far post. That would have been a cheeky goal if that had crept in.
Yeah, the first one was a little bit of a half volley. That one on the full volley, Simon. Same technique, outside of the foot, trying to slice across and get it to bend into the far corner. Just couldn't quite get enough, but it was almost there.
Yeah, dramatic. Got an ooh from me. Must be dramatic, right?
Aldred with it. Bywater nipping in and doing just enough to keep possession there for CFC. Carrier with it now. Aldred getting it tangled up in his feet.
Second setting Oliveira free. Here he goes. Keeper has to come way out for that one.
Yeah, I think the goalkeeper did really well to read that one. Yeah. Had a good starting position, and if he second guesses himself, he doesn't get there, Simon, but a good quick first step.
That's right.
Allowed him to get there and clear his lines. CFC pushing again, though. Ball into the box from
the box, still loose. Carrier on the ball. Looking for someone to pass it to, trying to find space. Back out again. Schmetz. Bywater. To Aldred. CFC trying to build.
Hernandez in an unfamiliar position out here on this right-hand side. He's usually in the middle.
Oh,
Good
nice
little ball there at Oliveira.
across the box. Who's there? DeSmet's shot bounces off the defender.
And you see Kieran Bywater just holding his face. I think that's DeSmet's right foot, his weaker foot. I would like to see Kieran call him off there and just step through that one. Little bit of miscommunication.
Bywater deep across again. Ball still in play, and the keeper finally picks it up and takes the sting out of it. But the Revolution under a lot of pressure there.
I think we're going to continue to see that, Simon, especially as the CFC 3 in that center of the park, Hernandez, Bywater, and Aldred continue to gain possession and find the little spaces. You see Hernandez there in a lot of space with his hands up. It's just a matter of time before CFC is able to find one of their attacking players. DeSmet down the line to Hernandez.
A little long, but he gets there. Oh, taken down by the defender.
And I think that one's going to be just outside the box.
I was going to say right on the line. Not a penalty, but a hair's breadth away from being in the 18-yard box and a definite penalty.
And that was Georgia defender upending Juan Hernandez after a good little interchange.
Sliced him down there.
Hernandez taken down hard there, took a minute to recover. He's up now and moving.
Yeah. So, free kick to Chattanooga in quite a dangerous place. Right on the line of the 18-yard box. Everybody's up for this one. Every Georgia player is in their 18-yard box. Nobody is up to make a break.
And this Kieran Bywater standing over the free kick. Not sure why we have two defenders here by midfield. You can't see them. They're out of your frame. But CFC just needs to push them forward. There's no reason.
There's the ball, and Georgia do push it up.
Why not have the numbers in the box, Simon? I don't understand. That's one of those situations where you can just put somebody 10, 15 yards ahead and accomplish the same thing, but you have an extra man in the box. I think that's just a tactical unawareness, and that needs to improve throughout the game, especially with an added number.
Well, that's it. You've got the numerical advantage. You might as well use it. George able to defuse that free kick into nothing, and regular play resumes with a Chattanooga throw on the far side. But yeah, you're right. There could be an opportunity there for the ball to bobble out or get a deflection, and if somebody's there on the end to receive it, then so much the better.
And the Georgia Revolution coach sent his whole bench to warm up, something you don't often see, but everybody, including
unusual.
the goalkeeper,
That's
up
right.
and moving for Georgia at this point.
They are, indeed.
They have been a little bit sluggish since the restart. That's something that I thought might hamper Chattanooga, but they've come out on the front foot. It's well done by the defender to cut that one out. Georgia's going to make their way forward here, trying to keep a little bit of possession and take the pressure off. But ball given right back to CFC. Uhaschek finding Aldred, finding Hernandez, trying to sneak it.
Oliveira is through. He's onside. He's onside. Can he shoot? Oh, and the keeper makes a good save.
Yeah, that was a good save down to his right. Good little break there down the midfield from Uhaschek to Aldred and slipped in by Hernandez.
What a nice ball, Carlos.
Yeah, it really was. And again, that's that midfield group that we were talking about. They were going to find the spaces, and especially as Georgia finds the way to come forward, the space is going to become even more evident.
That midfield forward was really paying off, and they've got those three target men, Hernandez, Zek, and Oliveira, who are all handy with a shot. So put CFC in a strong place. Corner about to come in now.
Played short. DeSmet with a laser.
Bam! Oh, off the deflected off the defender. Try some of that after a couple of drinks, Carlos. And it's another corner for CFC.
And that one had some pace on it, Simon.
It did.
The defender did everything he could just to get his body in front of it and knock it out for that corner kick. Bywater again with it. The near post.
Keeper push it away. It's still loose. Keeper did not get hold of it. Ball still loose in the box. Aldred trying to find a gap to stab the ball through, and the Revolution push it away. And Jake Young takes his time, and the ball doesn't get a whole lot further than the halfway line on that one.
That's just a little loose by Aldred there with the pass.
And a little loose by the Revs to give the throw away for no reason.
Yeah, and that's That's the opposite of what the Revolution want. They want to slow the game down,
Right.
try and keep possession,
Right.
keep CFC off the ball as much as possible. They don't want wave after wave coming at them for the next 60 minutes
The
or
next
so.
hour or so, they're going to be tired.
Yep.
Just non-stop defending is really exhausting, mentally and physically. Ball comes through, Zeka
One
takes the
touch.
shot. Oh,
Yeah.
can't get it straight.
And he's asking for a little bit of a deflection. I think he's going to get it from the referee, signaling for a corner kick. That's a good early shot by
Yes.
Zeka.
Yeah, couldn't quite get the connection there, and it drifted wide, but wins the corner. So by War to take the corner again.
I think Georgia's going to look to keep the play really, really compact. CFC needs to look to exploit these wings with the Schmidt and Carrier as wide as they have been. Good ball in by Bywater.
Loose
knocked
in the box.
across.
No one there to get hold of it. Georgia clear it, but only as far as Oliveira.
And you see this line of 3
I do.
CFC players. There's no need for it. That needs to be 2. We need to have another player in the box.
Jake Young puts it across, but on the ground, and Revolution get hold of it.
See, there you go.
You
2
has
players.
check on it.
Yahashek easily wins the ball, and the ball keeps headed back into the box.
Almost an own goal.
Oh, it
it's
is
an own
an own
goal.
goal.
It's an own goal. Oh no. Unfortunately, these things happen, but when you're 2 down, the last thing you want to do is give away an own goal. That's got to hurt Georgia. That's got to feel so bad.
And that's Leo De Schmidt on that left-hand side, causing a little bit of havoc with that ball into the box. Own goal from the Georgia Revolution. Makes it 3-0 in the 35th minute. Trying to get a number.
That's being credited to Leo De Schmidt for the goal, but deflected off one of the Georgia defenders. He's going to be not having a good day.
Yeah, I think that was number 13, Noah Baum. Or I'm sorry, Noah Elam. Just knocking that one into his own net, unfortunately.
So Chattanooga 3-0 up in the 36th minute.
Sorry, Simon. That was number 10 from Georgia, Keenan Minot on the right-hand side of defense, who unfortunately knocked that one into his own net. He's having a rough time over there. Leo De Schmidt just causing him all sorts of problems.
Nice
Oliveira
dummy.
with a nice dummy there.
Zeka, tons of room.
And De Schmidt again. About to go at Keenan.
A little bit long for Carrier, that one. I would kind of surprised Zeka passed that one. He had a bit of space in the middle to take a shot, but he elected not to do that.
Yeah, Simon, I think if he had found himself on his right foot there about 20 yards out, he probably would have cracked it, but I think it was on his left. So his weaker foot opted to pass it, and you can't blame it. De Schmidt has really been causing problems on that left side.
Oh, gosh, yes.
All the way back to the Georgia keeper. I don't understand it. Just dwell on the ball a second. Give your team some time to relax. Georgia can't play at this pace for 90 minutes against Chattanooga.
It's a very fast-paced game. And it's hot down there too, though the sun's gone down. It's still quite warm and humid tonight, so that's not going to help either.
Oliveira chasing that one down, getting a little deflection.
And the Revs clear it way off into the stands on the far side, so that'll be a CFC throw, which they took very fast indeed.
And CFC wants to continue this tempo. They want it to be fast. They want Georgia to be
When you're
tired.
3 up, of course you do, but...
Yeah, and those are the moments where I think Zeka just needs to take a second. He had a little bit of time and space there. Just take a touch, complete the next pass. Georgia's constantly scrambling to try and catch
trying
up.
to break, and it doesn't come to much, and Paolo Pete is able to pick up the ball. We had plenty of time on his hands.
All the way wide. Jake Lever with it. Out to De Schmidt. Now Zeka.
Chipped across.
And Aldred.
Aldred. Can he? Too much traffic. Aldred again. Hits it. Yes, there it is. Number 4. Oh.
Goal and an assist now from Matt Aldred. 4-0 in the 38th minute. You can see the fireworks here at Fort Finley from the left and the right, but There's probably a little bit more going down on the field. That's Matt Aldred, left-footed. Georgia's having a rough night, but that's a good goal for Chattanooga. It's 4-0, Simon. It's
it really is. It's exciting stuff for Chattanooga fans for sure. Matt Aldred's very thrilled about that. And straight to the bench to celebrate with the coach and everybody else who's been...
he was doing some sort of alligator
move. Doing the alligator clap, yeah, I think that's what it was. Just getting the fans like as much noise as possible. And they don't need to be told twice to make a lot of noise. Now they're in good voice, 4-0 up. Not even half time yet. And the Georgia Revolution down to 10 men. They got a long way to go.
And again, that came from excellent wide play. The ball went to Lever, as you see it is now. Then to DeSchmidt. Then back into the box. Good cross.
Yeah.
And good little magic turn there by Aldred, and then a good shot with the left foot.
Yeah, he got into space and was able to bury that one in the back of the net. And the Revolution not able to get some of those away from the box. Now Carrier in space, tons of room for Carrier. Straight at the keeper who holds it very well.
And I think the roof would have come off if there was a roof here on Finley, if that one would have gone in. But John Carrier just unfortunately hit it just a little bit soft and right at the goalkeeper with his left foot. But more chances for Chattanooga.
Yeah, the Revolution are going to have to stretch themselves now to attack with 10 men if they're going to come forward, but they'll be so exposed at the back if they do. They have to gamble if they want to get something out of this game, though.
It's good work by Carrier to get in front of
some passes together. Choi with possession, but running out of space. There he is again. Is he onside? Oh, nice turn.
Good little move by Choi.
Peter comes out.
Well done by the defenders behind him.
Headed away there.
Yeah, I think that was Jake Lever getting that one away. After Peter had come and made really, really aggressive play. Good turn there by Choi to get around. Really I believe that was Jake Young.
It was great pressure there, and Jake Young heads it out for the corner. But nice move from Revolution there. They haven't given up yet at all. That was good. Now they'll take a corner, see if they can make something out of this.
Ball into the box here, near post.
Cleared away, and goal kick given by the referee, so the danger comes to nothing there.
And those near post balls are so difficult to defend, especially in a crowded area. You got the goalkeeper trying to come for the ball. You got defenders and attackers all converging there. You never know where the ball can go. Fortunately for Chattanooga, the ball went out for a goal kick.
Yeah, turning into a beautiful night after all the rain, Carlos, and because it's July the 4th, we have plenty of fireworks in the sky and a fair number on the field too.
Good little combination play here. Zeka just keeping it in.
Nice ball.
And a great switch.
DeSchmidt, look at that.
DeSchmidt 1 against 1. If he can take this opportunity quickly.
There he goes.
And there he is. Couple step overs, ball into the box.
Deflected off the back of one of the defenders, didn't know much about that.
Yeah, I think it just took that beyond all the attacking players for Chattanooga. Georgia just hoofing that one forward.
Yeah, trying to get a chance to catch their breath, really, Carlos.
I think we're going to need a lot of that, Simon. Out to DeSchmidt again. Again, good wing play. 1v1. And there's another laser into the back of the net.
What a goal.
Zeka, I believe, with his left foot, teeing that one up. That's another assist from Leo DeSchmidt on the left side. Simon, it's getting a little silly out there, 5-0.
It is, isn't it? 5-0. I mean, that was something else, wasn't it?
It's a great ball by Jake Lever to find DeSchmidt in a really, really good attacking position. Goes out his defender, 1v1.
Yeah, 43rd minute.
This ball straight to Zeka.
Yeah, lovely goal from Zeka. So that's 5-0 before even the half-time whistle is blown. So not a lot of way to come back from that, I'm afraid, for Revolution. Let's see what they've got in the tank at... Yeah, that's been a bit of a goal fest this first half. Despite the interruptions, the rhythm is certainly re-achieved, and the game is back on at full force. You can see some of that on the inset on your screen at home.
Yeah, we're trying to get some replays worked into the stream here for you guys, so should be able to replay these goals. Check it out. Great shot there with the left foot into the side netting for the 5th goal. Juhaszczyk winning the header there. Georgia will take their time, move forward, try and catch their collective breath. Simon, I know we're trying to catch our breath. I can't imagine those guys.
Absolutely, Carlos. It's been exciting stuff, lots of goals, and for a change, the commentator's curse didn't ruin the game. Usually you say, oh, a lot of goals in this one, it's 0-0.
Yeah.
So tonight we actually maybe broke the curse. Revs still trying to get something going across, and goes behind the goal for a throw. No, a corner. That's for a corner for the Revs there.
Yeah, I think that was some good defensive work. Georgia trying to get the ball into the box, and DeSchmidt just getting a leg out there, anything to just knock it out of bounds, keep it from getting in the box and letting his team get organized defensively. Palapita talking to somebody, trying to get somebody on the near post. John Carrier going across. Ball into the box there.
Held away by Hernandez for a throw for the Revolution on the far side.
And Simon, I think we might see a little bit of extra time, which you might not see usually at the halftime whistle after the first half, but in so many goals that I think we have to. And then there was the red card situation.
Well, the red card took 2 or 3 minutes to get resolved, so there will be probably 2 or 3 minutes of extra time after that.
Ball into the box here. Fell awkwardly there.
Chattanooga still not clearing it. Revolution trying to make something out of this. Deep ball across, and Peter picks it up and trying to set Oliveira free with a very long kick.
There will be 2 minutes of stoppage time. 2 minutes of added time.
And that's a little bit surprising, Simon. You hear the official announcement for stoppage time over the stadium speakers. Just 2 minutes.
Right.
I was anticipating at least 3, but again, maybe the referees are looking to get out of here after that rain.
Well, that's true. They don't want to be late home on a work night, so.
Georgia with a little bit of possession here to end the half. Just a little bit sloppy there. Zeka couldn't quite get on the end of it. I think Peta's going to come out here and shepherd this one out for a goal kick.
Yeah, 45 minutes on the clock on the stadium, so the referee will just count down 2 minutes on his own watch. And then we'll be ready for that half-time break. So it's taken almost 2 hours to get one half of soccer out of the way, thanks to the weather intervening, but I think we're done with that. And the remainder of the game will play out as normal.
Yeah, I think CFC would take a 2-hour first half if they could be winning 5-0.
I think any team would. Any team would take that.
Possession here by John Carrier. Back to Jake Young, all the way to Juhaszczyk. And Lever out on the left-hand side now. DeSchmidt with it. Looking for Hernandez. Driven to the next post, and Zeka almost able to get his head on it. Georgia did well to head that one away and get it cleared down this left-hand side.
Aldred using his skill to deflect the ball off the Georgia attacker and win the throw for Chattanooga.
That really was good body control, good body control and good ball control. Just awareness, knowing where the defender was and flicking it off of him. Hernandez with a neat little turn.
Unmarked on the far side.
What a great ball. And Hernandez says, "Ref, you're going to blow the whistle right after that."
Exactly.
But as we go into the first half here, it's been a lot of goals, a lot of weather, but it was a good one, Simon.
It really was. What a game. 5 goals to start us off at half-time, and a lot more action in the second half to come, I'm sure. So goals, that very first one, that scorcher from John Carrier. Karen Woodfin, number 29, coming on. And I think we had a substitution for the Georgia Revolution too, Carlos.
Yeah, I think so. That was number 7, Archer Kanane, coming on for Georgia. We'll let you know who the people exiting were just as soon as we get a chance. We can identify them for Georgia. But rough first half for Georgia. CFC with 5 goals after that rain delay. The first one scored by John Carrier just before the rain delay, and then 4 more piled in just afterward.
So we're about to get underway in the second half, folks. Bit of a late finish tonight, but worth staying. It's going to be a good game.
Yeah, CFC will start with the kickoff in the second half.
That's right. And don't forget, Georgia Revolution are down at 10 men tonight too. So they're going to be working harder and harder.
Yeah, just a little bit of an ugly situation there in front of the Georgia Revolution bench. Georgia Revolution player got up, put the hands to the face of a Chattanooga Football Club player, and you just can't do that. Saw the straight red card from the referee. Not much question in the stands, and not much question from up here in the booth after that went down that the red card was deserved, and Chattanooga went on and pushed forward and scored a couple more goals after that, and I think we can expect a couple more, Simon.
I think you're right, Carlos. I think you are quite right.
Here's DeSchmidt working with it, this left side, trying to find Oliveira. Referee blew for the whistle there.
Okay, Chattanooga free kick from that dangerous place that they've scored before. Bywater and DeSchmidt over that kick. Who's going to take it? Bywater deep into the box. Oh! Carrier gets a toe on it, but it goes out.
You see him and Aldred having a little conversation as they jog back up the field. Aldred's really looking to have those offensive moments up there in the box, Simon.
He really is.
He's not known for that. Done so well over the years in that defensive midfield role for Chattanooga. He's getting a little bit more leeway in this 3-5-2 that we've been playing recently.
That's right.
To get forward, Bywater sitting in front of the defenders, holding just in front of them, making sure the spaces aren't available for the opposing teams. There's a foul on Georgia.
All right. It's like we're having a slight reset there as a players obviously taking their time. They're not rushing on this one. CFC no reason rushing you 5 up, and the Revolution probably trying to conserve energy.
And the referee didn't like the way that restart was taken, so signaling it back. Matt Aldred puts it down, finds Jake Young. Back to Aldred. Trying to find a substitute there, just couldn't quite get on the same page. It's going to take him a couple minutes to find the pace of this game, which was quite quick. And I was surprised that Georgia kind of continued to try and play with Chattanooga at that pace, not really settling down or ever finding any possession, and that played to Chattanooga's advantage in the first half, Simon.
Absolutely. I mean, it really, they didn't let up, and they just kept going, and they played hard and didn't back off at all. So yeah, that's why Chattanooga probably ahead. Of course, the man advantage never hurts at all, and Chattanooga still putting Georgia under pressure, pretty much staying in their half. It's Woodfin, and nudged a bit by the defence, but no foul given, and a goal kick given to the Revolution.
It's good to see Woodfin really active as he's come into the game. Newcomer to Chattanooga Football Club, especially here at Finley. See what he's got in this second half. He won't be playing with any pressure, lots of freedom. That's what attacking players like. Looks like he's taken Juan Hernandez's spot in that attacking midfield role with Bywater and Aldred sitting just behind him, and he'll be supporting those strikers up front, as you were talking about, Simon.
That's
trying
right.
to find the little spaces, trying to find the little balls in there.
That's right, and I think Woodfin's going to want to try and get on the score sheet tonight too.
Yeah, what a great debut that would be.
He would love to do that, of course.
We've had quite a few debut goals this season, haven't we?
We have, and Woodfin, coming from playing at Memphis last year, would certainly like to get a goal for Chattanooga as well as getting one from Memphis, which he did last season. So
Bywater winning the header there down to Aldred. Crashes into the Georgia player there a little bit late. I think the referee's going to blow the whistle. I think that's a good decision there. I mean, common sense refereeing. See this game out. It's already 5-0. Don't want to see any more red cards. Don't want to see any injuries.
Not really, not for any reason, because just don't want to do that when a game's like going this way already. But the referee's done a good game so far, Carlos.
I agree. He was right on top of that situation.
He was.
and I think he made the right decision. We discussed whether maybe Oliveira should have received a yellow card. He did kind of push out there a little bit in frustration after the hands were put to the face, but in the end, the referee just choosing to go with the red card there for Francois from the Revolution.
Yeah.
Ball into the box here, knot it down.
Pushing and shoving, still got possession.
Player did well there.
Carry away back defending and steals the ball nicely, and Woodfin's away.
One touch around the defender. And just plays the ball behind De Smet.
Has to slow down a bit, but De Smet's still coming on strong.
There was so much space in front of him. You could see where he wanted the ball.
Zeka.
Woodfin with it. Clever
De
little
Smet
touch.
Hits it, deflected away. Lever gathering it up. Back to De Smet. Schmidt across the box and touched in. There it is, number 6.
Yeah, simple little touch in from Oliveira there. And I was about to say, I think we're going to...
No, offside. I think they called an offside on that. They did.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Simon. The assistant referee's flag went up there.
Yeah.
Oliveira must have just been a tad bit
I think he was. The linesman saw it and waved straight away. So no goal that time, but... Chattanooga knocking on the door for number 6 for sure.
And De Smet was so devastating on this left-hand side in the first half. I think that's where he's got to spend a lot of this time. You see him creeping in, and he wants to get his foot on the ball as much as possible. But I think if he'll just stay wide, we'll create some opportunities.
Space there. And the Revolution clearing it for the throw. Back in the play from De Smet. Still in possession. Long ball across. Jake Young. Back to Carrier.
And Simon just looking at that replay.
Right.
I think the referee got that one right. But here De Smet breaking down the left-hand side again. And that one is going to be unquestioned at the near post. De Smet staying wide, as I was talking about, finding all the space in the world. Crept up to the Georgia Revolution goalkeeper and said, "Here you go, right in your near post, 6-0."
Hold this one. So, second goal credited to Leo De Smet tonight. First and own goal, touched in. Unfortunately, that one, no doubts about that one. A laser to the back of the net. Keeper stretching for it, couldn't get near it. Number 6, 6-0 Chattanooga FC.
As a goalkeeper, I think, with a little bit more confidence, I think the Georgia Revolution keeper takes a couple steps off his line, tries to cut down that angle. You never want to be scored on your near post. That's where a goalkeeper's bread and butter should be able to make that save. The goalkeeper never broke down that angle, never challenged De Smet. De Smet was just able to power it by him.
Well, we said there were lots of goals coming tonight, Carlos. That's all on Chattanooga's account so far. This is certainly going to help with the goal difference for the playoffs too, because that can be a deciding factor as well as the points earned during the games, the regulation play. And so at this point, Chattanooga's goal difference is way ahead of almost any team in the league. So that should certainly help when the calculations are made for who gets into the playoffs at which point. And De Smet steps in the ball and it goes out. But at this point in the game, even though it's still a victory, the goals are certainly going to make a difference to the mathematics of the final table. This is certainly not doing Chattanooga any harm at all. Plus, it's really entertaining.
Yeah, and it's a good confidence builder. It's good to see that ball fly in the back of the net. It's good to have good combination play, good defensive. And there's Kieran Bywater with a cheeky little flick. Can he get back to it? He just does keep it in with his left foot. Now I think we're going to see a couple of the tricks come out, Simon.
Right across the box. What a good cross. And good shot straight to the keeper there.
And that's John Carrier with his weaker left foot trying to get it in there. Just couldn't quite find the power.
He'd like goal number 2, I know that. John likes to score.
Not sure what Galen Riley found so funny, but whatever noise he just made was pretty funny.
I think he's making a bird impression of some kind down there. I'm not sure what he was doing. That may have come across on the web stream if you can hear Galen clucking away through his megaphone. So he's having a good evening too.
There's Jake Lever finds DeSchmidt, and then immediately comes back to his position in left back and says, all right, get back where you need to be, DeSchmidt. And everybody's back in order, but CFC just keeping some possession here. And you see DeSchmidt calling for it, and just all this space like I talked about.
Huge
There's
space on
no
that.
need for him to pinch in. He's found in all the space, and now an interchange with Oliveira. Good ball to the back post with Zeka.
Zeka hits it, deflected out, and the keeper gathers it up.
Yeah, that's such good play. And I think if we can find Carrier in the same space on the right side, we'll see him get involved. But the way the game's been balanced, it's been a little possession, little ticky-tack on Carrier's side.
That's
and then
right.
they get it and then just swing it really, really quickly with a long diagonal by either by Bywater or one of the center backs finding DeSchmidt. And it's just been really, really successful so far. You see DeSchmidt breaking down the line here, and I think he's going to get there. Getting his head up,
First of all, little dummy.
1v1 here.
Finds a bit of space and time.
Zeka with a mistouch.
Long
well
ball
done.
to Peter, comes out and grabs it, jumps up for it, but takes it away from Blevins, who was coming in close on that one.
Yeah, that was good stuff by Peter, also by number 29, Woodfin. Just came on at halftime for Hernandez, working back defensively after he couldn't quite get onto the end of that ball from Zeka. Good little run here by Antonio.
He's going to get to it. And that comes nothing, sliding out. Zeka going for the slide there, but not quite reaching it. Maybe the electric slide or the regular one, but he didn't reach the ball. So goal kick for the Revolution. They're getting ready to bring on some substitutes, I think. A couple of the players getting ready to go. Chattanooga having substitutes warming up, but to let the Revolution are going to make the next substitution here. I'm going to bring on number 14, and Chattanooga looking at maybe bringing on David Perez, see if he can get on the score sheet too.
And that's not what Georgia wants to see. Another really good attacking player coming onto the field for CFC.
Karen Woodfin fighting for the ball and goes down.
Did well there. You see the Georgia Revolution player gesturing to the referee that Woodfin had a hold of his jersey.
And I think the Revolution player had a hold of Woodfin's leg, so it's kind of one of half of one, six of the other. So at this point they'll make a substitution. They're trying to get the referee's attention.
I think that's David Perez coming in for Leo DeSchmidt.
Yeah, Leo's worked his socks off. He's
standing ovation from the crowd, so they recognize goal and an assist in the game tonight. Done really, really well. Georgia Revolution substitution as well.
Taking off number 16.
That's number 14, Jacob Sayer coming on there for number 16,
Bywater
Derek
over the free
Denton.
kick. Bam!
Oh, and off the crossbar. How close was that to a 7th goal, Simon?
Wow. Oh, as a foul.
And I think we just have contact with the head in there.
Got a collision there.
And a yellow card from the referee. Not quite sure on who. I believe that's number 7 receiving the yellow card for the Georgia Revolution. That's Archer Canane, who's come in as a substitute at halftime.
Zeka got a bit of a knock. The trainer's on to check him over, but Zeka's walking it off.
And that's the other kind of the hands or the arms to the face there. It kind of puts the referees in a tough situation.
Right.
We're told as referees when you see those hands to the head in incidental situations like that, usually it's going to be a yellow card, very different to what we saw in the first half, which was a player putting his hands in another player's face in a violent way, and therefore the red card.
That's right.
I think that's going to be Zeka's final involvement in the game today. Got a little knock on the head, and Luke Winter will will graciously come in and
I'm
find,
sure he'll
find a
be-
way to score a goal, I'm sure.
He'll be happy to come on and get his name on the score sheet. Luke loves the goal. And Luke was also a very good sport this afternoon with the pie in the face event. Bywater again just over the top of the crossbar. He's going to try and get a goal too, I think.
Yeah, and it was almost the same spot as the last free kick that he knocked off the crossbar.
Right. So, yeah, one striker on another striker, and both with a good track record of getting goals. So, no respite from the Georgia Revolution whatsoever, I'm afraid. We've played an hour tonight, folks. We still have 30 minutes of soccer to play, and 30 minutes to score some more goals.
Usually we're at Chattanooga Brewing by this point, Simon. We're having a beer by this point.
We are, that's right.
It's been a long night, but
with our
it's been some good
sponsors.
soccer.
That's right. I wouldn't miss this for anything because it's a very enjoyable game tonight.
Revolution getting a little bit of possession here. It's Choi with it.
Coming into this game, the Revolution had a goal difference of -12, and this has not helped them at all, I'm afraid. So it's not been a great season for them. They've had better seasons. They've given us some good games. But this is not one of them, I'm afraid. But being down to 10 men is not helping them either. So all credit to them for keeping their composure and trying to make the best of it. And they've had some good attacks. I'm thinking they may have some more if they can keep possession like they're doing right now. They're having a good spell and trying to get something moving forward.
Yeah, I think so. Simon, one of their really dangerous players, Choi, every time he seems to get the ball, he's connecting well and linking well with other players. I think that's a little bit overzealous from the Georgia Revolution player there. Just in the back, Jake Lever did really, really well to get in front of the ball there. It's number 17, Scout Redding, with the foul there. This right-hand side, he's been working really well, working really hard. Just hasn't really fallen for him, or really anybody in the attacking third for Georgia. It's a good little flick.
Called back for a foul, though.
And Luke's no stranger to that.
Not really.
Straight into it. Foul right away.
Oh, really?
Saying, ref, come on. They fouled me.
That's right.
But Georgia Revolution free kick.
Good deep ball there, but away by Lever. Woodfin picks it up, and Winter steadies the ship again. Chattanooga looking to use the width of the field. David Perez taking the Schmet's position there and getting those long balls.
First time on the ball there for David Perez. And keep possession into Bywater. Now to Jake Young on the other side. A little bit of space here.
Woodfin.
Out to Perez.
Cross the box, loose ball, headed in. Oh, off the line.
Almost put in there by Oliveira. Just couldn't quite get the power on it to beat the defender on the line. That's good defending by the Georgia players. Good activity from David Perez straight away.
Yeah.
Good setup there by Woodfin. A couple substitutions combining. And I think we have we've got Peterson coming in here.
Oh, we do.
I'm sorry,
Paul
Pearson.
Pearson's going to
Yeah,
come on
Paul
too.
Pearson.
Great. Paul's a good utility player, and he's made a lot of difference to the games. Look at that replay. Loose ball, and just off the line, that header.
Yep.
Amazing. So Pearson coming on, and looks like Kieran Bywater.
Yep, that's
Kieran
Kieran
Bywater.
stepping off. And the Chatahooligans giving him a nice round of applause. Doing really, really well, connecting today in midfield. Doing his job there in front of the back four, limiting spaces, but also connecting and making sure that the ball keeps turning over in midfield. Short corner played by Woodfin. Didn't quite come off.
Revs trying to break now. Looking
Yeah,
a bit
these are the
dangerous.
opportunities where Georgia might be able to get
Exactly.
forward.
Here they go. They're playing well, coming down the far side. Chattanooga getting the defenders back, but if Revs can keep possession, they can really make something out of this.
Long ball into the box here.
And Peter says thank you, and
Yeah, just
Play
keeps it in.
resumes.
Yep, just keeps it in. Didn't want it to go out for a goal kick. Picks it up and slings it out here. It's a lever. Lots of space. Pearson asking for it. All the way back to Pita. A little bit awkwardly there, but he does well to control it. Get it out to Jake Young. Young to Lever. Yeah, and I think Coach Bill Elliott is out here talking to David Perez, and I was going to mention it. One of the things that Leo did so well, not only with staying wide on this left-hand side, he was always giving a good angle, and you see David working back to give an angle to Lever there.
right.
He didn't receive the ball, but DeSchmidt was doing so well of creating that space. He would separate from his defender, back into the midfield areas, receive the ball, turn, and then go at him instead of starting a little bit higher, which David's a little bit more of an attacking player, a little bit more like a striker.
Troy
as we
taken
see.
down there.
Yeah, we
That's
see
gonna
a
be
little bit
foul.
of a rash challenge.
And a yellow card
Yeah.
for Chattanooga.
And you see Jake Young a little frustrated there, but I think the referee got that one right. It was a little bit rash.
It was.
And I think David will be looking to create those spaces, and I think Bill Elliott was just telling him to check back there and make sure he finds that
Right.
space to his feet.
Absolutely.
And then there'll be more space both for him in midfield and then the strikers running in behind, which Oliveira's been doing a great job of today.
Right. So Georgia Revolution getting a free kick at 24 yards out from the CFC box.
And this one could be dangerous.
It could be.
Simon, I think we saw our friend Danny Reynolds put one in from
We've seen
about
a lot
here.
of goals from this point in this season. So let's see what people have got. Paul Peter setting his wall up the way he wants it.
That's
And
Choi over it.
taking the shot straight into Peter's welcoming arms, and he grabs it like he grabs your girlfriend. Sorry, his girlfriend. And
Easy,
held
easy,
the ball
Simon.
there.
Nice quick
So,
distribution
good
out to
save.
Jake Young.
Yep.
Good combination play
Yeah.
there by Aldred in a tight space. Back to Aldred.
Looking to
for
build.
the diagonal here.
Yeah.
And there it is.
Woodfin down the middle.
And just overran the ball.
Yeah,
just
too much
tad
traffic there.
there. Yep.
Chattanooga still looking up. Carrier back to Aldred.
Trying to find Carrier,
Okay.
able to move his feet and get it there.
Yep. David Perez unmarked on the near side here.
Back to the top of the box.
Oh, what? Oliveira trying to get hold of it. Second chance, still can't get hold of it. The ball will not cooperate at all. Jake Lever makes the header. Aldred trying to read it. Come up a
Yep.
little high with the studs there on the challenge.
Yeah. You see him talking to the
foul
referee.
called.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
didn't quite like that.
Right.
A little bit of dangerous
Here
play
comes
though.
Revolution again.
Choi with a good
Shot.
quick shot, but not much power on
Not
it.
much juice on that one at all.
Palapita with a couple saves today.
Right.
Hasn't really been troubled too much apart from that first one to his right in the first half. That
That's
really
right.
was a great save.
It really was.
It was about 3/4 of a field of a punt right there. Well done there. David Perez able to get onto it here. Back to Lever. All the way to Jake Young. Carrier with it now. Touch forward, trying to get it in the box.
Deep in the box.
Deflection.
Woodfin gets the head on it, but not too much power, and the keeper gathers it up and says thank you, and ball's back into play. Revolution trying to break here, trying to get something going. They're not lying down, Carlos, and that's good to see.
Hands check in there.
Referee calling the foul.
Yeah. Just got a little bit of the Georgia Revolution player there. That's a little bit sloppy there in the middle of the field
Yeah.
from the Revolution.
Yeah.
Oliveira, Perez combining here. Back to Perez.
Down the wing, across the box. Not cleared by the Revolution yet, still bouncing around. Woodfin fighting for the ball.
Yeah, well
Trying
done
to
there by
drive
Woodfin.
back in on that wing again. Keeps it in. And out for a goal kick. Chattanooga getting ready to make another substitution. Sindre Walo about to come on.
Chattanooga FC, number 11, Sindra Velo.
Chattanooga making a good string of substitutions here, and the Revolution a little shy about it. They've got players warming up, but they're not coming on. So Jake Young coming off. Sindre Walo taking his place at right back.
And Sindre joined us in the booth not too long ago.
He
Simon.
did. He did.
And had several other players, Danny Reynolds, Danny Whitehall up here. We had Tommy Salsa who came back to hang out, and it's cool to have them in the booth and give them a different perspective of the game.
Absolutely. We hope to do more of that next season and have more interviews of the players, as well as the post-match, have them here during the game and get their take on what's happening on the field. The people who've actually been on the field, rather than us, not on there during the game. So always good to hear their point of view.
Oh, good little flick by Woodfin there.
Oliveira, side netting. Luke Winter dumbing over it. Oliveira stealing in the back and just slamming it into the side netting.
That was good stuff in there. Good little flicks. I think that was Woodfin with the initial ball in, and as you mentioned, Simon, Luke Winter with the clever little flick to try and get Oliveira free. Just couldn't quite get there. Oh, and just shot it right into the side netting. I think he could have taken his time there. Had a little bit more time than he thought.
The angle was getting tight, wasn't it, for him? Now here's Oliveira again, through trying to find Winter. No, not quite.
Yeah, that ball needed to be on the other side of the defender. Oliveira trying to play it with the outside of the foot around the defender. Just a simple pass to Winter there would have done just fine. But CFC back in possession all the way with Palapita. Now Uhaschek. And out to Lever. Pearson. Uhaschek and
back to Walo. Pearson's enjoying that midfield role, Carlos. Looks good there, doesn't he?
Yep. Think so. He looks comfortable.
Yep.
The games we've seen him here, he's got a good engine, working really hard in there. Something you see a lot from Bywater.
Yep.
It's good to see Pearson in his debut season doing well, fitting in.
Woodfin breaking away from the centre circle, running at the traffic, gets away from his man. Perez steaming into the box, crossing it. Oh, just to the feet of the Georgia player.
I think Perez needs to take another touch there, Simon.
Right.
Really attack that near post, make the goalkeeper make a decision.
He had time, didn't he? It's easy to say when you're up here and not on the field.
That's true. That's true. Woodfin had done really well to draw the defenders to him. Perez with a lot of space. He did well to skip around the defender there, but maybe not the best decision in the end. And Woodfin again finding that pocket of space in between the defenders and the midfielders.
It's Winter. Now Perez out on his own again. Unmarked with time. Oliveira, sorry.
Deflected. Oh, and that one almost found its way into the back of the net. For now, CFC is going to have to settle for a corner kick on the far side.
Curved that ball against the far post. That would have been a cheeky goal if that would have gone in. Corner deep in.
Aldred.
Oh no, doesn't get hold of it at all. Way too high and.
Technique just wasn't quite right. He had a really good touch on the ball after the corner kick came in. Just couldn't quite get his chest over it on that volley.
Georgia get play back underway. Just over 15 minutes to play and trying to make something out of this, but when you're 6 down, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, it's been a long second half for Georgia. They've done well, keeping the scoreline to just 1 goal in the second half. Oliveira had one called back for offside. Could have been 7-0. I think it was correctly judged by the assistant referee. Georgia's now starting to find a little bit of possession as we enter the last third of the game. CFC not pressing quite as much.
Right.
Several substitutions.
A little less urgency and.
Simon, some nice fireworks over Warehouse Road, just to our right.
Certainly.
It's been a beautiful evening after the rain.
Right. Just bad timing with the rain coming at the start of the game that's held us up and made it take a little longer to get this this game completed, but certainly worth the wait tonight, Carlos, with a good result going Chattanooga's way and a lot of action, an enjoyable game to watch.
It's a good run forward by Matt Aldred there. Find himself in a pocket of space, combining well with Winter, getting it back now.
Perez, trying to turn and push down.
Yeah, the defender just got those arms up, made sure Perez wasn't going around after that turn.
Woodfin over the free kick, getting a little instruction there from Coach Bill. Swerves it in. Oh, and the keeper's there first. Just a few inches away from Cindruelo's head. Cindruelo all the way back up from the back.
It's a good ball into the box. Good goalkeeping. Had to be on the front foot there. Good exit. That's Luke Winter getting in there.
Winter winning it. Referee's seen something. And a yellow card. A yellow card on Luke Winter. That's a bit strange. Just a normal challenge, but must have seen something we didn't see. He's calling back the Georgia defender as well. Or is the card on him as well? He's talking to them both.
And it's just the way that Luke goes in there, Simon. Arms flailing just a little bit.
He is a little physical, no doubt about that.
And unfortunately, that doesn't help the team. You know, going in there, having fouls like that, you get a reputation for these silly yellow cards and this silly arguing that only causes the team problems. But I think we've seen a couple situations where the referee's got it right. The first one, hands to the face with the red card, and then a couple situations where there's been inadvertent, where the arm has hit the face, and I think that's just that situation there with Luke.
Nice ball from Pierce in the Winter. Oh, just too far ahead.
I was going to say that's an opportunity for Luke to do what he does best and find his way onto the score sheet.
Slid it across to all the there, but it's just a little too long.
Yeah, he was trying to get that one touch across the back. I think, you know, if it wouldn't have been on his weaker left foot, he just takes that touch and buries it. But trying to be the setup man this time around.
That's right. Cindruelo chasing back to Peter.
And it seems like the hooligans have found a new friend on the Georgia Revolution bench. Apparently he wears short shorts, and giving him a little bit of a hard time about it. A little bit of a suspect ball in there to Palapita, but able to clear with the left foot. We got Woodfin breaking forward here. Space on the right side. And there's Carrier. Driven across.
Oh, keeper just holds it.
And the goalkeeper did well there. Initially bobbled it, as you mentioned, Simon, but able to collect it as he found his way to the ground.
Oh, a collision
and there's
there.
going to be a collision.
With Lever.
And it's good to see Lever getting up quickly there.
Okay, Winter setting Perez off. Perez free again across the box, but on the ground, and the Revolution able to gather that up and take the sting out of it.
I think just a little bit more composure there by David Perez. That's the second or third time I've said that. Just take another touch, get that head up, and he's finding himself in dangerous positions now, just lacking that little bit of quality on the final ball. I think if he'll get his head up, be a little bit directional about the way he's playing those crosses, find a little bit more success.
Winter trying to get the flick going, but didn't quite connect right.
Yeah. See him working hard to get in there.
Still coming in hard. That's the way he plays, and I'm sure the Revolution defenders don't enjoy that at all when he's coming at them.
Revolution with some possession here.
Running into the 80th minute of the game.
Flick around there.
Walo back to Peter.
Left-footed clearance. And Perez trying to keep it in, able to do so. Aldred, Pearson.
Chattanooga building something here. Pearson coming forward to Winter. Ball through to... Oh, lucky rib bouncer goes back to Oliveira. Bit of a tussle here with Winter and the defender. Referee's not calling anything.
Luke did well there to keep his body between the ball, keep the defender off of him. I think you're right, there was a little tugging in there. The referee chose to play advantage. CFC keeping the ball, and here's the opportunity. David Perez with it.
Perez.
Oh, and the defender did so well
Heads it
there to get his
away.
head involved, knock it over the bar. That was arrowing towards
It really
the
was.
side netting there,
He
Simon.
hit that hard. Substitution for Chattanooga. Danny Whitehall coming on for Felipe Oliveira. He's had a good game. Didn't get on the score sheet tonight. They had a very good game nevertheless. Danny Whitehall obviously keen to add his name to the tally.
Simon, what a goal the other night in Nashville.
Oh, wow.
Little scorpion flick over the head into the side net.
Woodfin deep into the box.
And here's
Aldred.
Aldred. I can't tell, is it in? Did it go out for a corner? I think it's a corner kick.
It's a corner.
Yeah.
It looked like it went inside the frame, but it was on the outside of the
Yeah,
frame.
good save there by the goalkeeper. Gonna see a substitution here from the Revolution. Got number 22 stepping on the field, Jake Mathis. And coming off the field for Georgia Revolution. It's gonna be Sam Choi, who's had some influence in the game tonight, but since the red card, Georgia has found it far and few between that they get good possession and good moments, but
Right.
Choi has done really, really well
Yeah, he's
in the
played
moments
well.
where he's had it.
He's been a good player. I think surrounded by a different team, he'd have had some results and had some more shots on goal, but it wasn't to be tonight. But yeah, he's had a good game. So Woodfin getting set for the corner on the near side here. Deep into the box, Whitehall. Flicked on by Winter. Still Chattanooga in possession. Way low back to Woodfin.
Pearson with it now.
Back to Pearson in space. Sorting Whitehall off.
Oh, what a good little dummy
loose
there.
ball. Oh, didn't get any power on the shot, and the keeper holds it. Whitehall comes in trying for the loose ball, but just a little touch too slow. But that could have been goal number 7 if he hit it a bit harder.
Whitehall and Winter combining so well there. Little dummy by Whitehall, and then a good run after the dummy. Winter seeing that, flicked it right around the corner. Whitehall just couldn't quite get enough on the shot to get it by the goalkeeper, who's played well, to be fair, this season.
He has. He's had some good saves, but not enough of them. Another substitution for Georgia. Bell Betts coming on, number 11.
Simon, what's your best guess on the attendance tonight?
It's Woodfin trying to get
Woodfin
shoot.
working in.
There's the goal, number 7.
Well done. We mentioned it earlier, debut goal. How he'd love to get on
He's got it.
the score sheet, and there it is. Woodfin with number 7, left-footed. The 8th goal. Just dribbling in there, getting around the defenders, lifting it up over the goalkeeper with the left foot. A good finish.
Good finish in the 84th minute. Yeah, we were saying Cameron Woodfin wanted to get a goal. There he is. Very exciting moment for him tonight. We were talking about the attendance, Carl. So I'd say we were thinking about 2,500 tonight, but people have come and gone with the weather, so it's hard to say for sure. But I'd put it at 2,500. Obviously, there's a lot of other attractions on July the 4th night, but a lot of people deciding to stay here for the game today. And so I'd say, yeah, that'd be my guess. We'll see what the announcer tells us in a moment. But yeah, if you weren't here, you're missing 7-0 from Chattanooga.
Yeah, it's been a goal
Our
fest.
biggest scoreline of the season so far. And does the goal difference in the league table no harm at all in the position for getting into the playoffs? Looks a lot stronger when you've got an outstanding goal difference. Plus a clean sheet for Paolo Peter. Another one. So that's always a good record to have too. But yeah, lots happening here. So Karen Woodfin getting on the score sheet. Still 5 minutes regulation to play, probably a few of extra time as well. And Chattanooga able to coast a little bit, I think, at this point, and not go too crazy. Kind of put it on cruise control for a little bit.
All right, Carrier with it here, doing just that. Working the ball around to Pearson. All the way out to Lever. He's going forward with a head of steam. Ball bounces off David Perez and out of bounds. And Simon, quite a few more than you anticipated. We had 4,575 in the stands tonight. So 4,575.
Wow.
On a beautiful 4th of July.
That's great. Now, I'm not sure they're all here right now.
No.
That made the people that came through the turnstiles, and some came in late, and some stayed a little while and went to see fireworks. But that's still a good figure.
It's been a good night.
It has.
7 goals to the good for Chattanooga. And I think they needed it after a frustrating week.
Yeah, I think so too. Last Saturday's game was a strange one. And a little frustrating to watch and a little frustrating for the players too.
Here's John Carrier.
Nothing like that.
Whitehall.
Through the Whitehall. Whitehall tries to send it back to Carrier and doesn't do what he wants the ball to do at all there.
And that pass just had a little bit too much weight on it, I think. By the time it got to Whitehall, he couldn't quite do anything with it, but tried the back-heeled flick. Didn't quite come off with CFC back in possession, which we've seen over and over. Georgia tries to clear their line. CFC gets it, just turns right back around. Another wave of pressure. And Winter
trying to come through. Must have some tired legs out there right now, Carlos.
Yeah, I think so. Georgia with a little bit of possession here. Perez
stealing
got
back.
in there.
Winter. Chattanooga taking control. Looking for space. Woodfin. Save
Whitehall with it.
Free. Oh, gets the shot in, but the keeper's up to it.
Well done by the
Good
goalkeeper.
save.
Good possession there. Trying to get forward. CFC closed off the space. Georgia had to go back to keep it. Still working on that far side. Trying to find the spaces against the 11-man CFC team. And a red card.
That already changed
the
it?
game for Georgia
It
today,
did.
Simon.
It turned it around. And Chattanooga already 2 up at that point, and then that red card at the 25th minute just opened the floodgates, and Chattanooga never looked like, going behind ever. So, that really made a difference to the game.
And you hear the Chatahooligans. CFC back in possession. Great ball by Aldred. Back here, David Perez's feet. Back to Lever. To Haschek. And all the way back to Palapita.
Peter. No urgency really tonight at this point in the game. Back to Walo.
Well, CFC just keeping possession here, making Georgia expand.
Right. Making Georgia draw them forward and leaving them exposed at the back, and then getting ready to pounce like this. And Cameron Woodfin set off with a great ball, streaking down the right-hand side, across the field. Oh, and the keeper holds it.
Yeah, and you can see Cameron disappointed with his final ball there.
Yeah.
Good combination play by Pearson, and Winter on that right-hand side set Woodfin off. Just couldn't quite.
Jake Lever trying to get across him, but it doesn't come off.
And that's why Jake Lever plays center back, people. You see him making his way back to his position. Maybe giving a couple of apologies along the way. Coach Bill Elliott will welcome that apology.
I think he'll let that one go.
Yeah. 7-0 as we enter the 90th minute. Simon, what do you see different tonight?
It's part of the opposition. The Revs haven't had a great season, and it kind of shows in the way they play. But yeah, that lightning start from John Carrier, where we've had those kind of chances during games and it haven't worked, and this time it did. That makes a difference. Chattanooga's still trying to come to the box. It's crazy down there, but yeah, I mean, it's basically the chances Chattanooga have taken that they have in other games, and in this game they've come off and haven't had a bit of much of a response from Revolution to that, and so they just carried on going. It's been great for them. Referee blows the whistle. That's it, folks. No extra time. 7-0, and a great win in the books for Chattanooga FC tonight. Bit of a rain delay, few problems with the weather, but once you got the game going, everything was good, and a good win in the books.